Hi, this is Scott. Welcome back to another Hollinger team video blog. This video is one that we did last year and the year before that, and it's we do it when the Montana Association of Realtors puts out the statewide report of activity on homes and townhomes and condominium sales in 8 different areas of the state of Montana. So it's always kind of interesting. Go and look. And last year we did it building up from the least expensive place to live in Montana to the most expensive place to live in Montana. And I thought, well, that can end on kind of a note where it feels inaccessible to some people, that they see the really high numbers there, but maybe forgot about the beginning where there's some pretty reasonable numbers. So I thought I'd do it the reverse this year, so we can start out with the highest area in the state of Montana, highest priced area in the state of Montana, and then work down from there to the least expensive, which is actually pretty darn affordable. First off, we start out with Bozeman, Montana, which has been for quite a while, I think now, the most expensive area in the state of Montana. If we look at it, we had, first off, one interesting little trend. The median sales price for homes in that area dipped a little bit below $800,000. So we're at $799,000. Pretty steady on the number of sales and things like that. The average day on the market did go up, so I think that's maybe a little bit of sign of some pushback there and the reason why the prices have dipped a little bit. Condo sales stayed pretty much the same, both numbers and price and things like that, as well as the townhomes prices stayed pretty steady on all of that. So pretty predictable. In fact, not really much of a change on the average price or the median price there, but it dipped below $800,000. On to the next place. That's Kalispell and the Flathead Valley, the greater Flathead Valley, which includes in ours also Lake County. So it's a pretty broad area in northwest Montana. We did see a little bit of a rise in the price, and but interestingly enough, it's $100,000 lower than Bozeman. So it still is a huge number, but we don't get to wear the crown for the highest in the state of Montana. The rest of it's all pretty steady. It's all gone up a little bit. The number of transactions have gone up. The prices have gone up a little bit, but nothing that's really huge. And I guess one of those ones that you say, what in the world's going on there? From there on to the Bitterroot Valley, south of Missoula. That area is kind of, if you will, kind of a bedroom area to Missoula. There's a handful of communities that lead all the way down to Hamilton there. And that, interestingly enough, is roughly $100,000 less than the Flathead Valley, which is $100,000 less than Billings, Montana. So we're working our way towards more affordability. Really steady market there. It did, for the median home price, it did drop below $600,000 down to $596,000. So there's a little bit of a move there. The number of days on market stayed super flat. The number of sales stayed about the same. If we go to condos, we see that fewer sales for sure, and the days on the market. So that may be just from a condo perspective, how many are available out there. And probably the same when you look at the townhomes in the Bitterroot Valley. So pretty steady market, not zooming up or down, just kind of plugging along here. We go from there to Missoula, which is a little bit less than the Bitterroot Valley. And it has, like these other ones, I think we're going to see pretty much steady throughout all of Montana, which is a good thing. It's pretty, going along doing pretty good. A little bit of a price in the drop, very, very little, like 2%, but a little bit of drop in the median sales price from the year before, but steady on the numbers selling. And if we look down at the condos and also the townhomes, the townhomes did go up 6%, although the number of sales were down a little bit there, but just steady. Then we go on to Helena, Montana, the state capital. And again, it's about $100,000 lower than Missoula. So we're getting down to, under $500,000. So $489,000, a median sales price there. The number of transactions was up quite a bit, 8%. So that's pretty steady there. Helena tends to be a pretty steady market with it being the capital. And the number of condo sales were down some, but the price stayed pretty steady and the days on the market stayed pretty steady. I think you probably could take a look at that and see that it's just maybe not as many that are for sale, and that's why the numbers were down. And same thing with townhomes, really pretty steady numbers, steady price. The price went up a fair amount. The townhomes in there, and that maybe, I don't know, when you only have 13 sales, it's hard to say whether there's just nothing out there or what the driving force is there. We go from Helena on to Billings, which is always interesting to watch. It's, the eastern part of Montana, a little bit of a different economy than some of the other areas, but a large population there. That one, again, is about $100,000 less than Helena. So we're getting down under $400,000. And we're seeing very, very steady numbers in the whole Billings area on everything from homes to townhomes and condominiums. Everything has stayed within very close numbers of everything else. The only thing that's jumped up a little bit was the townhome sales had gone up actually quite a bit, 17%. But other than that, pretty steady market there. Then we go to Great Falls, which didn't have quite as big a price drop as the other ones with $100,000, but it's $50,000 less than Billings at $345,000 median price. We saw the median price go up about 7%, so still in an affordable range, which is good. The number of transactions was pretty steady. Those numbers were the same, pretty similar for condos and townhomes. The one change that we did see is we did see a huge jump in the median price of condominiums. So I think maybe they're getting to be scarce there or something like that, because days on market fell and the number of transactions sold, which are usually signs of less to pick from and prices getting forced up. Townhomes saw a rise, kind of similar kind of trait there. A little bit of a rise on the townhomes also. And then last but not least, the Butte-Silver Bow County area, which is Butte-Anaconda, beautiful area of the mountains right up against the Continental Divide. They just broke over $300,000 for the median sales price for a home in that area there. We went to $303,000, which was a pretty good jump. It was up 5%. The number of transactions in that area also and the days of the market are staying pretty steady. Other than condominiums, we saw go up quite a bit, and we saw the average median sales price go down on that one a fair amount too. So for some reason, that just wasn't as robust as some of the other things there. But anyhow, it was overall Butte and Anaconda area is 63% lower in median sales price than Bozeman. So, and they're actually not that far apart as far distance-wise from each other. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed another Hollinger Team video blog and it was informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We appreciate you subscribing, and any comments that you make, we always appreciate.